It's time to mind your business with me, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in to find out how to mind your business with BEDC, special guest entrepreneurs, industry experts, and more. Brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business starts here. Well, good day.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Welcome to Mind Your Business. So I'm Jamillah Lodge, your host, and today we're just going to talk a little bit about you and the business that you started. So you're Zea Swainson.
Yes.
And you are the founder of Paintz.
Yes.
Okay. So before we get started, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Okay. So I am 16 years old. I started my business probably 5 months ago. I'm a senior at BI Institute.
Reverend BI, shout out.
And what else? I'm student association president.
Okay, yes. Okay, I love it. So what made you start your business?
I say I've always been into entrepreneurship.
Okay.
I had started Biz Camp.
Oh, yes.
Probably a few years ago. I think I was the youngest there. So
Okay.
That wasn't too bad. And I thank Mr. Joe Mahoney.
Yes.
So he really
Shout out to Joe.
He started just the interest and he just built on it and really just told me the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, wow, like I actually kind of like this. And then, yeah, I think 4 months ago, because I had always done what happened. So I'm very artistic.
Okay.
I'm very into the arts at my school. That's what I'm known for. But I had done face painting probably 3 years ago at school because my school was lacking school spirit.
Yes.
With like sports day and all, and I was like, it's boring.
Yeah.
So,
what can I do, right?
Yes. So I was like, why not spice it up? So I just charge people like a small price of like $2, get something on your face, your hand, and then I realized I made really good profit. So I was like,
Okay.
wow. Okay.
So you would design like school spirit related stuff on people's. Okay.
So like different letters of the team,
Yeah.
and the color, or
Okay.
even like little tattoos, just different things like that in the color, and then add some glitter.
Okay.
Get it fine.
So it sounds to me like you took something that you enjoy doing, which is art, and was like, I can make a little money from doing this. And very entrepreneurial of you, by the way. And that's what it's all about. So you're actually a participant in our summer student entrepreneurship program. So we're excited to have you. But having signed up to that program, what made you apply? Like, why did you decide to apply to the program?
So I applied mainly because I started my business, but I was so fresh.
Okay.
So I didn't know much. I didn't know how to go about things.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, I kind of need some guidance because I took biz camp like a few years ago.
Right.
But everything, I need to refresh on all of that.
Yeah.
And then I had seen an advertisement for BEDC, the SSCP program. I was like,
maybe.
this is what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So then I signed up, and then when I got there and did the program, I was like, I really like this.
Okay.
Like, it was very, very nice. They told
Good.
me a lot. Even bootstrapping, that's what I needed to know, was one of like the very important things I needed to know was bootstrapping. Like, how can I take this money and keep it going? And that's one thing I really needed because I was like, ooh, because I didn't really know at first where I was going to go about it.
Yeah.
It was just if I need this, I guess I'll get it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you signed up because that's exactly why we have the program, right? It's to help you, young people especially, hone those skills that they have. So you have the talent and you've identified a way to make money from what you have been given, God-given talent. And so we just try to fill in the gaps, like, provide whatever foundational expertise and a little bit of money so you can buy supplies. But how has it been for you? How's it going so far?
It's going actually really good. BDC, they definitely market on your behalf too. So outside of your marketing, they market for you, so which is really great. And I liked the I think it was just like a meeting, kind of. Not a meeting, but we had like, where we were at City Hall.
Oh, yeah, meet and greet? Yes.
I really like that because it definitely helped me to just how to talk to people and how to pitch, too. That was really something.
It's nerve-wracking at first, right?
Yes.
You're like...
And then everybody's asking all these questions. It's like, okay.
But that's part of it, right? Because, like, you have to sell your business because how else are you going to do it? So you do face painting, right? Yes. And so where have you been kind of doing that? Where have you been selling your services, I would say?
So What do you mean?
Like, where do you paint people's faces? What kinds of events and stuff like that?
Okay,
Yeah.
So like different school events, vendors, so even Destination Dockyard, Harbor Nights. I had done this fair for Summersfield. They had done this annual, I guess, fair.
Yeah.
So I was there too. That was really nice. It was just got like more word of mouth, I guess. Like, oh, face paint's over there, and it was a long line, and people were just interested to see, oh wow, like just to see how fast it comes out, and how good it looks. People were just like, wow, like
you got skills. But no, that's good. That's great. I mean, I think that the idea is for you to try and get as much exposure while you're in the program as you can. And is this something that you think that you're going to continue to do long term?
I definitely want to. Outside of like the career that I want to pursue after, after high school. But I do want to pursue it because I actually really, really enjoy it. Like, it's just something, that you can actually have fun with. Like, it doesn't feel like a business to me. It just feels like, I'm having fun.
You're getting paid for something you enjoy doing.
Yes.
And that's the best part, right? Because they say once you find something that you enjoy doing that you can earn an income from, you'll never work a day in your life. That's what they say. But it is work. Don't let them fool you. It takes hard work. So let's talk a little bit about what you do want to do. Like, what are your plans for once you graduate?
My plans afterwards, I'm going to Andrews in Michigan.
Okay.
And I'm going to pursue architecture and interior design.
Look at that. It's right along the same avenue. And the good thing, though, I think, is that what you have in terms of your art and stuff, you can apply that when you are away.
Yeah.
Why did you pick that school, Andrews?
Andrews, because it is a Christian school and I go to a Christian school.
Okay.
They offered a really good scholarship, and also the architect program is really good too. Okay. And I'm pretty sure they're the only Christian school right now that has that program, and it's really, really good. I researched, I think, like 2 years ago.
Okay.
And they was doing different projects in Europe, in Asia. I was like, let's try it out.
Yeah, that's awesome. So have you already applied, and you're in?
We don't know yet.
Fingers crossed. If y'all listening, Andrews, pick her.
I'm pretty sure.
That's awesome. That's exciting. Yeah. So you're 16 now.
Yes.
So tell me, when do you graduate?
I graduate next year, June.
Next year, June. Okay. And then are you going straight into school? Is that the plan? Or are you going to give yourself a bit of a break and then?
Straight into school.
Yeah.
I need to be working.
Okay. I love that. But I do think that the combination of you haven't done Biz Camp.
Yeah.
You're doing the Summer Student Entrepreneurship Program now. So all of the tools I think that you're learning through these programs are going to bode well for you when you do go to school and college, right?
Definitely.
Because a lot of the stuff that you do require you to make decisions for yourself.
Definitely.
And then in terms of you being able to grow your business, have you given any thought to that? Like what that looks like?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been thinking about that, and BDC has been like picking at it, like, what are you gonna do after? Like, what does 5 years from now looks like? And I was just like, wow, like, what does 5 years from now look like?
Good question.
But I definitely think I want to expand, and I don't want to expand myself just for Bermuda, even if I go internationally too, because I don't want to minimize myself, or my business. But I definitely see myself, with a vehicle, because putting it in my car every day is not fun.
Right, because you have to lug all your supplies and everything around with you.
That is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Definitely. So definitely a vehicle, and even somebody to help me out. So right now it's just me, and then my mom, she manages like money, customers, different things like that. She may help out here or there. But definitely just somebody in my field, skill set to just, to minimize customers and the line. So it's not just me.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. With regard to what you paint, do you freehand? Are they custom? Or do you use like stencils? What do you...
So I think it's like a combination of both.
Okay.
So for like henna, we just added henna. So that's more freehand. But we do have stencils. So I use stencils mainly if say I may do a Spider-Man or something, just to add those comic dots to the face to elevate it, so it's not just bland
two-dimensional or something. Yeah,
so it's more like look at that pop, like see how she differentiates between that face painter or that face painter. So I would use stencils definitely just to elevate my work a bit, so it's not so bland, and I could post it because it looks good. Like
right.
That's what I produce.
Okay.
But most of the stuff is freehand.
Okay.
Definitely.
So I'm thinking in my mind as you're talking, I'm like, what are all of the applications for this? So I'm thinking in terms of when you go away for school, of course you can still do the face paint and all that, but is there an opportunity for you to do like designs on T-shirts? Could you do, NFTs? You heard of NFTs before? Yes. Like, you know what I mean? That have you seen that little girl? I forget her name, but she's probably rich now because she started drawing these pictures. What did she call them? I'm so bad. I should have probably looked it up before. But she had this signature look like their heads were really big or something. Oh, yes. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yes, okay. Yes, but like now she is rich with just the thing that she loved doing was drawing, right? Yeah. And so you're creating something that people want. So I think that's an option, right? Because you can do that online. Definitely. If you hadn't thought about it, that's what we do at BDC. We give you ideas. No, but I do think that is a great opportunity, which gives you the opportunity to continue. Yeah. You know what I mean, and elevate it or whatever. And who knows? You could probably NFT some architectural designs. I don't know. Listen, I'll probably show my age because I'm just about understanding what all of that stuff means, but. The bottom line to me is that it's opportunity for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? To take your business to the next level, like you said, if you're already thinking about expanding. Yeah. So right now, how do people like get in touch with you if they're interested in getting face painting done and stuff like that? How do they contact you and reach you?
So my main source of contact is Instagram.
Okay.
So we have our booking link in the bio.
Okay.
But we are also on Facebook, and if you go to our Instagram, you can contact us via WhatsApp too.
Okay.
So just given that, like those three little options, if you're not on Instagram or on Facebook. Okay. And then everybody has WhatsApp. I'm pretty sure everybody has WhatsApp.
In Bermuda, girl, when I go away, people be like, what's up? I'm like, WhatsApp, they're like, no. I feel like it's more international. So if you go to another country, yes, but in the States, I'd be like,
they just use message.
Yeah. I'm like, I am not texting you because you know how much that's going to cost. Okay, I'm sidetracked. But no, I do think that it makes sense so that people can reach you on multiple platforms. Definitely. So what is your Instagram handle?
So my Instagram handle is Face Paint with a Z. By Z.
Face Paints by Z. Okay, I love it. So that's why it's a Z, because your first name starts with a Z. Okay. Both my children are Z. My son Zaire actually went to Summersfield, and then my daughter Zara is so.
I just think Z's are elite. That's just me.
They are, because it's not that many of you, right? Yeah, unique, few. And skilled, obviously, because my daughter loves art too.
I'm telling you, it's a Z.
It's the Z. Okay. So talk to me a little bit about your introduction, I guess, to entrepreneurship, because you said you always wanted to be an entrepreneur. You took biz camp. So did you grow up with entrepreneurs in your family?
Definitely.
Okay.
So my father, he has, I would say, 3 businesses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes, very working.
So he's a serial entrepreneur. That's what we call him.
Definitely. So he's always been into just seeing him work and just seeing how he goes about his business and how dedicated he is. I was like, okay, like kind of like this lifestyle. And he makes his own schedule, he makes his own paycheck. So it's just like, dang, like I kind of like that, And then even my uncle does his own construction business. So it's just like just seeing him work too and dedicated and people working for him. Like, not having to work for somebody else. You're working for yourself, and you have people working for you. Like, that's the kind of lifestyle I liked, where I'm not working on somebody's schedule. Like, you're working on my schedule.
Right.
So, I just really like that. It's like, Like, it really, really picked at me, because, I don't know, I'm very, I can't work for nobody else.
Already? Dang. Okay. Why do you say that? What was...
I'm very, very much a leader. Very...
Okay. As evidenced by your president status at school. Okay.
Because I feel like I always have something to say. Nothing bad, just something that could help. How can we better this? Or just different ideas. Like, I just feel like I am just a leader.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I think entrepreneurship is well suited for people like that who have those characteristics. It's like you know what you want, and it sounds to me like if there's a problem, you know how some people just be like, oh my God, I hate this, I hate that. You're like, well, fix it.
Yeah. And if it's not fixed, I'm just gonna get annoyed.
Yeah.
Because I definitely have problems with that. Even like, say with shipping, it wasn't coming fast enough. And I was like, okay, how do I make this work? Because I remember when I first started out, I didn't have any of my supplies that I have now. And then my paints were running low, and I had this big fair. And I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So then I just had to make it work. And somehow
you made it work.
Literally.
Well, they say entrepreneurs are the problem solvers of the world, and you are definitely exhibiting that. Because you do. You have to think about what is the solution to this problem? How can I deliver on that? And so you mentioned paint. So, and then you also mentioned henna.
Yes.
So how did you decide to include that into the service that you provide?
Okay, so one thing I learned at BUC is work off a problem.
Yes.
So once you see a problem, how can you solve it?
Right.
So what originally also started my business, Paintz, was the demand for a face painter. Because you go to the X-ray and you may see Snickles.
Yes.
Longest line ever.
I know.
And every child is wearing their so basically I'm like, okay, I love face paint.
Yeah.
I'm going to be so real with you.
Yeah.
I love face paint. And at my big old age, I love face paint. So it's like, how can I fix that? I have the artistic skills. I like it. YouTube is free.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, so let's start off with that. There's a huge demand for face painters. She's always busy.
Yeah.
She's always booked. How can I make off of that?
Right.
So it's like, okay, she's busy. People want an alternative.
Yes.
There's only one on the island, so how can I make that work? So that was definitely the start of it. And then also the henna line, too. There's only one of her. It's a huge line. Why not? What happened? I had just went off a limb. I was like, let's just take this risk.
Yes.
I'm gonna buy it real quick, see how it works out. My mother was completely shocked. She's
Really?
like, did you practice? And I was like, practice what? She's like, why are you so good?
Yeah. Like, because it's the Z, all right?
And then she had tried it. She's like, this is not easy, Zea. And I was like, I don't know.
It's easy for you, right? Because you have the skill.
Yes, and I had seen a few videos.
Yeah.
And I hadn't tried it before. Literally, had not tried it before. We literally picked it up that morning, and probably like an hour later, I was doing henna myself. My mom was like, where
did you learn?
Because she tried it on herself, because I had done it on her hand, and it was like kind of like a blueprint as to where she was struggling.
Yeah.
And then she's like, Zea, you don't have no blueprint on your hand, nothing. You're just going off. And why are you that good? She literally got so irritated. She's like, why? Like, and everybody was just so shocked. And they told him, oh, that was my first time. And I was like, what?
That's great.
Yeah.
That's like a natural born skill that you can now capitalize on, because my daughter loves henna whenever we go. And I'm like, now you got to hold your hand up. You can't use a hand, but she will do it because that's how much she enjoys it.
Yeah.
So I do think that there's huge opportunity. One thing I do want to say is that I think that there are other face painters and henna artists on the island, but the ones you see all the time, like you said, are the ones that you named. And so that is where the opportunity lies for you, right? Yeah. Because it's like, well, if there are other people, why don't I know who they are? Why don't I see them? What aren't they doing? Right? Definitely. So now that you can slide right on in and be like, okay, I'm going to be doing my marketing. I'm going to be doing these events. Definitely. I'm going to make a name for myself and carve out a little niche. So when talking about a niche, like the thing that makes you different from some of the other face painters or henna designers on the island, what would you say your special touch is?
I think my special touch is just, I feel like it's just customer service.
Okay. That's huge.
Yes. Just how I communicate with customers, or how the experience that you get when you're there too.
Yeah.
Because it's always experience. Always. I'm gonna talk to you, be like, okay, what school do you go? This, that, and the other. Just trying to get to know you, make you feel comfortable. Because I never want you to come in my chair and feel so uncomfortable, feel like you can't talk, just...
Right.
No. We could talk. We have some fun. Like, I want to see where your head's at. And even when I'm talking to the kids, say... one kid may get a unicorn or Spider-Man. I'm like, so you like Spider-Man? They're like, yeah. I'm like, so you watched the new movie? And they're just talking about it. It's just seeing the kids, and even afterwards when they're done and they see the result, it's just like, wow, like that's probably the best part. We're seeing the kids like faces and they see it, and it's like, and then even the parents are like, wow, like it's definitely a good experience. And even this year, getting to know some of the tourists too, and hearing their stories, just like, wow, like they're very supportive too. They're like, wow, like a young kid, you know, just
starting
her
own business.
Yeah.
And I think that's huge because people want to support young people, especially when you can see that you're driven and you're focused. You already have a plan. You done picked the college already. You done applied. Like, everything is lining up. And so I can speak for myself, but when I hear that, when I see that, I'm like, yeah, what she need, let's help her, you know, continue along her journey. So it's definitely inspiring, and I'm sure people who listen to this will be inspired, especially young people, right? Because not everybody knows, you know. Some people are still trying to figure it out. So to hear you already know and have found something that you're passionate about, and you're making money from it, it's like, we're like ticking all the boxes, which I think is a great thing. And that's sort of the reason why we started the Summer Student Entrepreneurship Program, because we want to create other entrepreneurs. So, okay, now going back, I'm jumping all over the place, but you're going to school for architecture and interior design. So when you come out, do you have intentions of starting your own kind of firm to provide those? See, now you're talking.
Definitely.
So talk to me a little bit about how you envision that looking.
I envision it internationally, definitely. So like her, and even away. I definitely want to be in school for probably like 6 to 7 years, just to build that up, my knowledge, everything. But I would definitely, for a little bit, you know, just shadow somebody, see how it works and everything before I go by myself.
For sure.
And then try to build that up.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a little nervous about that, definitely. But I know that I can do it, definitely, for sure.
Oh, you can do it. I'm sure you can do it. So which part are you nervous about, the school or shadowing someone?
Just building up that firm, just getting...
Oh, okay.
I don't know, just the confidence to be like, okay...
Oh, you have the confidence, honey. Don't you worry about that. So I would think that I can understand your concern or your nerves, right? Yeah. But like when you go through school, and if you're saying you're going to be in school for 6 or 7 years, trust me, that's confidence on confidence, because confidence comes from knowing what you need to know, right? So you're going to school to learn, and then you're going to get to apply some of that, especially if you do internships and stuff. So you'll be like, I got this. I already got my skills from BizCamp, from SSEP. I done started those businesses. So now I'm just going to build on what I already know. So I'm not worried about that. I think you got that covered. But no, it's really exciting to hear. I had a chance over this summer break to meet Hebrew Bentley, who's an artist. Google him, girl. He's fabulous. And he actually went to my school, my Clark Atlanta. I went to Clark Atlanta. He went to Clark Atlanta. But he's an artist. And so he just was expressing that when he went to school, he didn't see anybody doing what he was doing. But that's what he was passionate about. Definitely. And so he just stuck to the wicket and just did it. And now he is this big, huge artist doing artwork all over the world, doing shows all over the world. And it was just inspiring to hear him say how he focused on the thing that he loved. And he was like, it's all right. Like, he started out with the T-shirts. That's where I got my idea. Shout out to Hebrew. Thank you. That's where I got my idea from, to say to you, like, you can put some of your work on T-shirts. And then that creates a broader audience, if you will. And it also creates an opportunity for you to get it out wider, I guess, if that makes sense.
Just put yourself out there.
Yeah, because if you're doing face paint, you have to physically be in that space. But if you do T-shirts and you put them online, and then somebody over there can buy them, then now, you know what I mean? You're still making paper. Or making money. Girl, stick with us. We'll work with you.
Because I think one idea I did want to do, maybe, just to even, like, sell, was creating, like, maybe like my own paint supplies, where I see different people do. So like face paint in Australia, or what is it, face paint in school, like face paintings. They give different lessons. They have their like stuff. They sell it on their website. So I saw that. I was like, that's a really smart idea. Like to put your brand out there and to make it in making different so we call it split cake. So that's where it just has different colors in it.
Yeah.
And then just one swipe, and then the color just shows up. So
that's a really good idea.
And like different palettes too, or paintbrushes or sponges.
Yeah.
Like different things like that. That's really.
See, this is all away. And then the whole YouTube University thing, like you could be teaching classes online, which you could do anywhere. It'd be like, you want to learn how to do a Spider-Man? And then, you get the money from the subscribers. I don't know how it works really, but I know it's a lot of rich people who are doing YouTube videos or have their subscribers and stuff like that. So I think as long as you are able to identify those opportunities and you're not afraid to take advantage of them or to seize them, then you're going to be great. And you've already shown that you're willing to take the risk, which I think is the biggest part about the entrepreneurial journey, right? Because you don't know. You're like, what if it don't work?
It's all the risk.
But at the end, it's like you said, you didn't know with the henna. You was like, let me just try it and see. And then it worked out in your favor. But I think that's an important lesson to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just putting yourself outside your comfort zone. That's all it's been this whole time for the past 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Taking myself outside my comfort zone, trying new stuff, just taking a risk to, let's try out this product, let's try out that product. And if it doesn't come out good, it's all right.
Yeah.
Like, I'll build up on it. So it's definitely been like that for the last, I don't know.
And how do you feel? Like, when you actually take a risk on something and it works, what's that like?
It's a relieving feel, definitely, because the whole time I'm just like, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And then when it comes out good, I'm like, okay, I can work off this.
I can do it, yeah.
Definitely. So it kind of just, it definitely calms your nerves down, because you're just like, but then when it happens, it's like, okay, you're good now.
Once that happens does it, are you still nervous to try again, or does it allow you to take more risk, I would say?
Probably take more risk, yeah. Definitely. Yeah, because even I had tried a different color theory.
Yeah.
So I had tried like a butterfly, but I got into like this comfortable zone.
Yes.
Where I was just
because you're like, this is easy. I know how to do this. This works, right? And
then I was like, I can't keep myself in this space because I'm like, too comfortable is gonna look. No. So I had to. I have so many palettes, literally so many palettes, and I just kept using like the same 3 colors.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to stop.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing all these people with like nice stuff, and it's vibrant, is this, is that. I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna be like that, I want to do that, I have to actually do it.
Yeah, you.
So I had tried it. I think at this little girl's birthday party, I had tried it. It was just awful lame. I did not like it at first.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I was just like, I'm going to just trust. It was really a trusted process moment.
Okay.
And then when it was done, added the glitter, I was like,
it looked good.
I didn't know I could do that.
Well done. I was going to ask you about that. Do you do parties and stuff like that, not just events?
So we do parties, sports day. Have to do sports. That's where we started off.
Yes.
What else did we do? Birthday parties, camps. Yeah, we had done a camp special actually.
Okay.
For August, so like $10 a child. You get face paint, henna, and tattoos.
Cute.
Definitely.
All right. I'm thinking because my daughter's birthday is coming up, so I'm like, she loves henna and she loves face painting. So I'm like, I might be calling you, girl. Hook us up. No, I'm just playing. Nope. And that's the other thing. You got to be like, okay, this is the price. The price is the price. And make sure, I'm sure you learned that in BizCamp and BDC, how you have to cover your costs and everything like that and make a profit. So.
Definitely. And even like the amount of skill or energy that it's going to take.
Yes.
You have to add that too. As much as you want to be generous about it, what do you...
Be like, I give you a little stencil for free. Boop, little glitter. There you go. I mean, why not? You know, just so they feel like they got a little extra something. There's nothing wrong with that. But it is good to cover your costs. So I do want to go back to a couple of things that you said, which I think were really important, is the customer service aspect. Yeah. I do think that in my experience working with BEDC and with other entrepreneurs in Bermuda, because it's so small, sometimes we can create what I call forced monopolies. So it's like you said, there's one business that does the face paint. So it's not because it has to be that way. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
And so when you come into scenarios like that, sometimes the people who are the only ones take it for granted, right?
Definitely.
And so they're like, take this. You know what I mean? And so there is less of there's a less attention to detail. There's less attention to customer service because you're like, I'm the only game in town. So I do think that the fact that you recognize that customer service is a huge opportunity is definitely something you can capitalize on, because I think people appreciate that.
Yeah, and especially if you're the only one, kind of you're island-wide. You would definitely get comfortable. Ain't nobody stopping me. Like, I got what I got going on. Yeah. And you could definitely see it in some people's work. Definitely. Like, you could definitely see it in different businesses, too. I'm not going to put no businesses out there.
Yeah.
You could definitely see where it's just, like...
They get comfortable, and
customer service is completely off, only because, we're this, like, business, like...
I think that if you continue with that same mindset all the way through, like when you start your architectural firm, shout out to us, remember us, we were like, man, we had her in our crew, that will bode well for you. Like, just paying attention to detail, focusing on the customer, listening to the customer. So you're just delivering an entire experience. It's not just the face paint. They're going to remember you and how they felt when you did their face painting. And I think that's what allows you to create consistent customers, retain your customers, and then, of course, like in Bermuda, word of mouth still works. So they're going to tell people, oh, you need to go to Paintz, because they create that whole experience for you. So the last question I have is, what would you say to a young girl who is thinking about starting a business but not sure? What 3 words of encouragement would you give her?
That she definitely needs to start it, because I was in that space. I did not want to start a business. I was like, do I really want to put myself out there? Definitely. I would say definitely do it. Just do that. Take that risk. Start the Instagram. And just start buying supplies, literally. That's all I did. And I was like, okay. And then once you get some traction, like some Instagram traction, it'll be like, people will actually really support you. Let's put that out there. People will actually really support you. Like, I didn't realize how much support I had if I started doing it. I was like, wow. Like, I see some customers from when I first started. They're now still coming back to me. Like, like, I like this experience, or I like what you did. Like, or even how you, like, the prices. Like, the prices is different. That's what, something, too, very important is prices. You can't start off and have the highest prices.
Right. When you just enter in the game, right?
Go to it, like, get a name for yourself first. Just start off. And then that's where you could, just build up on that. Definitely. But I'd say definitely start that Instagram, get that supplies, and just do it.
Okay.
Do it.
You heard it here, folks. It has been a pleasure speaking with you.
Much.
I wish you all the best. Please keep us posted.
Of course.
I want to see. I know you're going to do big things. And then Google that artist I told you about. His stuff is really wicked. And I can envision you having... if that's what you choose to do, you can go down that path too.
Of course.
All the best. Thank you for minding your business with us.
Oh, thank you.
And remember, if you don't mind your business, who will? Thanks for tuning in to Mind Your Business with me, your host, Jamillah Lodge. Tune in next week, Thursday at 4 p.m. because if you don't mind your business, who will? Mind Your Business is brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business starts here.